ma'am, tell us about the book you have authored.
So at GenY Development Centre, I have written a book on home science for the kids of 10th standard NIOS Board. It's a reference book where we have gathered all the question answers from last 7 to 8 years board paper, and I have written the book according to it, so that it's a good reference book for the children, so it is good for them to follow during the exams. So it will give them good marks, and also it's a very point to point written book, so that even the kids having learning difficulties will be able to prosper with it.
Tell us something about the portion we cover into home science.
Okay, so home science earlier used to be taken only by girls, but right now home science in NIOS board is mostly the subjects we cover, mostly the topics we cover are foods and nutrition, resource management, personal relationships, and also textiles. So this brings about the overall and the holistic development of the child, and also it's a life skill subject, and that's the reason I would recommend everyone to take home science at their 10th standard and the 12th standard level, as it is very beneficial for the students. Also it's a practical based subject. We have home science for 100 marks. Out of that 15 marks are for practicals and the remaining 85 marks are for theory. But in that 85 marks also we have 50% subjective paper and 50% objective paper, and that's the reason children can score good marks, and the children having learning difficulties or any difficulties, it is very easy for them to score marks in the objective paper, and that's why I would recommend everyone to take home science as a subject for their NIOS 10th standard and 12th standard.
So ma'am, even the students appearing for science 11th standard, they want to go for higher studies in medical or any parallel fields, they can take home science and do their 10th?
Yeah, definitely we can have home science if a child aspires to take science also in the 11th standard, he can take home science in his 10th standard, as home science has a lot of knowledge from science itself. Science madla खूप knowledge आहे, त्यामुळे it will be easy for them. It is a scoring subject, त्यामुळे I feel they can take science, and suppose in their 12th standard if they do science, if they do not get enough marks, still they can opt for career courses in home science later. They can become a dietitian, they can go into hotel management, they can go into interior designing, fashion designing, resource management fields. And also those who do not take science in their 10th and 12th and can also go for their home science in the 10th standard and the 12th standard, because even if they take 10th, 11th standard, they take in arts, it will be helpful. They can go for fashion designing, they can go for career counselings, they can go for many other fields.
So ma'am, what made you become a teacher at GenY?
Yeah, so the thing was, I used to teach preschool, and there I found out that there were many children in the class. खूप अशी मुलं होती की जी वर्गात नुसती बसून राहायची, बिकॉज दे हॅड सम स्पेशल नीड्स. वर्गात आपल्या नॉर्मल करिक्युलममध्ये त्यांच्याकडे बघायला सुद्धा वेळ नसतो टीचरला, आणि हॅज टू फील बॅड फॉर दोज चिल्ड्रन की अरे हे वर्गात नुसते बसतात, ते काहीच करत नाही आहेत. अँड देन आय थॉट की नाही, आय एम गोइंग टू टीच द चिल्ड्रन हू आर हॅव्हिंग दिस डिफिकल्टीज, आणि आय एम गोइंग टू कॉन्सन्ट्रेट ओनली ऑन दोज चिल्ड्रन की ज्यांना प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत आणि त्यांना पुढे घेऊन यायचं. बिकॉज आय बिलीव्ह इन वन फंडामेंटल प्रिन्सिपल की टीचरचा सक्सेस हा नेहमी हुशार मुलं तर करूनच जातात, पण दोज चिल्ड्रन हू आर लॅगिंग इन स्टडीज और दोज हू हॅव प्रॉब्लेम्स, इफ दे प्रॉस्पर द होल क्लास प्रॉस्पर्स, अँड दॅट इज द रिझन आय वॉन्टेड टू बिकम अ टीचर एस्पेशली फॉर दिस चिल्ड्रन.
And ma'am, what is the vision of GenY?
Basically, in GenY, we have this thing, we work mostly on their attitudes, we work on their behaviors, because we believe in the principle that if we work on the attitudes and the behavior of the child, academics automatically follows.
Ma'am, any message for the parents and the kids?
I would prefer the parents and children would take home science as a subject. First thing, it's a life skill subject. Second, it's a very scoring subject, a practical based subject, practically oriented, and at GenY, we also teach them home science in a very practical application way. Some of the chapters are practical, so we do it a practical way, but some chapters are theoretical, but we do use PPTs, we do use videos so that they get proper information about it, and that's why I would recommend each and everyone to take home science as their subject in their 10th and the 12th.
Ma'am, we have heard that you have traveled world for several reasons, for family reasons also. So have you visited the international schools also, and can you see the difference there and here? And that's what GenY is trying to provide, like overall curriculum and overall education system.
Yes, I have been in US for almost 9 years. I had seen the school systems over there. I have seen that over there around till 6 years the children do not write. They mostly have a oral system, and here also, and they have a lot of activities. Here at GenY we also do these activities with the kids. We also do the same thing, the finer motor activities, the reading activities. We do the curriculum for the children according to their level. Suppose we have some child who is around say 10 years of age and they come to us, and he is academically not that age. So we help the child to be academically over there, and then we follow the curriculum. And because some children have behavior issues, some children have writing issues, they have many other issues. So we do according to their needs.
And ma'am, tell us something about the founders of GenY. Tell their names and then tell your this thing about them.
So Harshali ma'am and Sonali ma'am, Harshali Murudkar and Sonali Deshmukh are the founders of our institute. Those two are very, they help us to get the best out of us, and that is why we are very happy. We are very happy as well as contented to work at GenY as an institute.
Thank you a lot, ma'am.
Yeah.